What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another Dragon Ball Legends video. Today we're going to be breaking down part 3 of the Feedback Update 2021, as well as going over a few Zamasu Zenkai Awakening, which I'm actually kind of excited for. I actually really love that unit and haven't really used him since 2nd anniversary, so excited to see what they end up doing with him, as well as a plethora of other stuff that kind of released today. But before we jump into that, if you guys wouldn't mind subscribing to the channel if you haven't done so already, if you guys come to the channel frequently, we're trying to reach 100 subscribers before the end of the year, so we'd greatly appreciate that if you guys could do that. Your support knows no bounds, and I appreciate you guys always showing support for the channel anyway, so thank you guys again for all the love and support that you guys have given me over the past 2 years or so. You guys are awesome. Let's just jump right in and start breaking down this update. So anyway, Feedback Update 2021 number 3. Week 1, we saw a variety of updates, free Zenkais, adjustments to Ultra characters, and then week 2, the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta equipment, more training, more efficient training, blah, 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 blah. So I think this one was about a bunch of exchange shop changes. So they've increased the number of each type of Zenkai soul you can exchange from 1 to 10. And then we also made other changes, such as adding slot removers and reducing the number of medals required for all types of Zenkai Souls 7 from 80 to 50. That's a good change. Very minimal, but that's still, you know, in the grand scheme of things, makes it easier. So it's good to see that. An issue occurred with the implementation of Awakened equipment that would allow you to earn increased friendship points, so it has been placed on hold. Okay. So we won't see this for probably another week or 2 yet while they fix that. So good to see that. Okay. Adjustments to equipment medal exchange shop. So the equipment medals, they added equipment limit items. So you can exchange that up to 10 times. So if you have 5,000 of these, you can get 10 more slots, which is nice. And then they added new Awaken equipment slots. So the Goku one can now get grabbed. The Super Warrior one, I believe this is Super Warrior one. And then the Tree of Might equipment. Rare Metal Exchange Shop, they basically increased the amount of equipment slots in that, so no big change there. The Recycle Center, this is what I talked about, I think a week ago. I believe I talked about this either last refresh or the refresh before, but I was really hoping that they would actually do something with training items, because you don't use these training items nearly enough. So certain items that are necessary to start training can now be exchanged for items for training areas that allow you to get more experience. You can now exchange Zenny for event character specific souls. This is actually a really good change too. So obviously this is all good. I kind of wish that they put bells in, because honestly, I'm probably not going to use anything more than pizza or 500 times fuel. And even then I don't use pizzas and the 500 times fuel all that much. I have plenty of silver bells and gold bells. So, I mean, it's still a good change. Don't get me wrong. I just wish that they did more with this, or they kept up with this by going like, oh, trade in pizzas for silver bells and then silver bells for gold bells. Would have been nice to see, but it is what it is. But souls, 5,000 for the Goku souls and then 20,000 for the Trunk souls. I have these guys maxed out, so it doesn't matter. But for newer players, or people who haven't maxed these guys out yet, this is not a bad option either. So it's nice to see that. With the update implemented on 10.23, there are now more ways to obtain Ultra Character Z Power. Due to this, we've removed Ultra Characters Multi-Z Power from the exchange lineups. Which is fine, because I don't think they really did that since when they released Ultra Shenron. The only way you could get Multi-Z Power was through the co-op event anyway. So this doesn't really mean much of anything, but was to be expected. But I guess they were talking about the Vegeta and the Goku, since you could still trade that in if you didn't already have them. So good enough. Guild Coin Exchange Shop updated. The Guild Coin Exchange Shop is exchangeable as multi-Z power items only usable on characters with specific tags, creating an unfair environment where players could not exchange for certain characters' multi-Z power. To eliminate this issue, we have replaced the multi-Z powers that don't require specific tags. This is a really good change. My issue with it is that, you can correct me if I'm wrong in the chat below, guys, or in the comments below, guys, but couldn't you use the old Z power on any tagged character with no restrictions? Was there a restriction on their previous Z power? Because so here's the thing. I went and actually bought this one right here, because the way this is phrased makes it extremely confusing, right? It says either 5-star or higher or 6-star or below. So where my head was at when I was looking at this was, you can get this and put it on a character that has 5 or higher stars, or if they are 6 or below. Problem being, I didn't think that they would be utilizing this in a manner where if they were 5 or 6 stars. This was phrased terribly, and you cannot use these if they are below 5 stars or higher than 6 stars. So you're kind of at a choke point with these, where you can't really use them. You can't really use them, all things considered, which kind of sucks. Like, I think, for example, the only characters that I could use this on, there was like 7 characters that I could use this on. And they were all old units that didn't need Zenkais, except for maybe Janemba. The new Janemba, I probably could get Zenkai'd if I wanted to. And use this. So I guess I'll consider doing that. But I was expecting you could use this on any character, whereas I believe the old ones, there was no star count restriction. So let me know in the comments below if I'm wrong. You guys can correct me on this. Again, feedback is always good. And I was never really too privy on using these anyway, so just let me know. But I mean, either way, it's still a good change. Going from tags to just base Z power is a good thing. I just don't know if I like the star restriction on it, so, which is really cool. So available for the first 168 hours, the Start Dash Summon, where 1 Legends Limited is guaranteed, is here. So this is a returning banner. This has been done before. I don't know if it's been available for like 168 hours or anything like that, but it's a 3-time summon. You summon on a multi 3 times, and you're guaranteed 1 Legends Limited character per. Which is really nice. We'll take a look at the banner there. Adjustments to some story challenges. They adjust the challenges from parts 1 through 3. I already had those completed, but for new players, that's actually really nice, because a lot of those challenges are actually a little ridiculous. So that's fine there. The 4th week's update is for next week. They plan on expanding equipment limit. The equipment will be expanded from 270 to 300. Which is nice that they're given that. They also plan to increase the max TP for the Tournament of Power. Really looking forward to that. Just gotta deal with it for 1 more week. And then the summons for these 2 banners end next week as well. So if you have leftover tickets, do the leftover tickets, but otherwise you don't need to fret about this. So, and that's gonna do it for all that. So that was a lot to cover. Let's jump into Fuse Zamasu's Zenkai Awakening. So I don't know where my guy's at, so I'm just going to go with the 14 stars. Because I'd imagine with as many times as he's been on banners over the past year, I'd imagine that a lot of people probably have him close to 14. So, alright, so 14 stars. He's at 2.91 health before Zenkai. Honestly, this guy really didn't. This guy kind of fell off a little bit, but he was pretty good, decent, all things considered. Even today, using him today, he was still pretty good. He just kind of fell off a little bit and doesn't do what a lot of the other units use. So, but his strike attack is 265. He had really good defenses at 188 and 187. His blast attack was 286. I mean, it astounds me with stats like this that this guy was able to actually get a Zenkai Awakening this soon. So, kind of out of left field, but let's see what his stats look like on Zenkai. Okay, his stats don't go up at all. Good. I was gonna say, if they went up anymore, it would be a little broken, but, I mean, yeah, it stayed the same. You're maybe going up, what? Not even 1,000? Yeah, not even 1,000 on all stats. So slight increase, very minimalist increase, nothing crazy there. All right. So main ability before Zenkai was Ultimate Arts card for his Lightning of Absolution, restores health by 20, ki by 40, minus 100% to enemy sustained damage cuts for 15 counts. On Zenkai, it's now 50 ki, keeps the 20% restoration, and then 100% to enemy sustained damage cut effects. Oh, so... Oh, they just changed the wording of it. Yeah, so nothing really changed here. They just changed the wording of it, which is really weird. Yeah, so all he does is just gain 50 ki, which isn't really much. Which, I mean, is fine. He didn't really need a whole lot going for him on his main ability, so that's fine. So first unique equipment before Zenkai. Applies the effects to self for the number of timer counts elapsed from start. 40% to the damage inflicted. Increase card draw speed by 1 at 30 counts. And then minus 5 arts to costs. And 30% to blast damage inflicted against all characters except Zamasu or Goku Black. I hope this gets changed to something that's not as specific. Well, actually, no. This is fine. Maybe make it standard damage instead of just blast damage. But I mean, this is fine because like that's just a permanent. That's a permanent 30% draw or increase to damage, which is actually kind of nice. So that goes to that stays 40. That stays 1. That stays minus 5. Oh, so this didn't change at all. Yeah, they didn't change this at all. That's okay. That's fine. Honestly, there was no reason to really change that. Yeah, that's fine. Almighty Immortal Fusion applies the following effects to self after enemy attack is over. Gradually restores health each time timer count for 30 counts. 20% of damage inflicted, up to 80%. God, I don't remember this guy's kit like at all. I don't remember him being like this good. So in this regard, so applies. So every time an attack is over, so after 4 combos, essentially, you can get this guy up to 80%, which is pretty good. Reduces damage received by 40 until combo ends, and then knocks enemy back to long range if the cover change is performed against the strike arts. And that's comboable with a special move. After Zenkai, that stays the same. It's now 45. Okay. Alright, so very minimal change here. 45% extra is still fine. It's really nice to see. But again, he didn't really need to be changed too much. Alright, but let's go to the other stuff here. Oh, God. Okay. So at Zenkai 3... 40% to own key recovery for 10 counts when he enters the battlefield. 30% chance to inflict bleed when this character lands a strike or blast arts hit. And then 30% chance to inflict bleed when this character lands a strike or blast arts card if a future or god key other than this character is a battle member. Cool. So you're basically got a 60% chance to inflict bleed, which is pretty high, actually, all things considered. Very basic. I mean, key recovery was really what he kind of only needed. So you kind of want to just swap this guy in and out as much as you possibly can, which you kind of want to do anyway with this cover change mechanic and this damage inflict mechanic here. But yeah, this seems fine. Then all hail Zamasu at Zenkai 6. When he enters the battlefield, 20% to strike damage inflicted for 10 counts. Nullifies own abnormal conditions for 10 counts up to 3 times, and then inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade minus 50% to key recovery for 15 counts. Um, okay. This guy didn't really need a whole lot going for him because he's still pretty decent, all things considered. Like, again, his stats are pretty high, almost at 190 defenses at max stars. 286 blast attacks, really good. 265 strike is nothing to scoff at either. Like, he had a lot going for him initially. He just needed a little bit extra, and I think this fits the mold for him pretty good, honestly. He didn't really need a whole lot, so I'm fine with this. And the fact that he's free, again, guys, he's free. So, yeah, very, very cool. So let's see. So blast is health restoration up, is +5 to own health restoration for 15 counts. Does that change at all? That does not change. Special move is massive explode, and then attribute downgrade +20 to strike guards for 20 counts on hit. That is still the same. Okay. Green card reduces enemy ki by 40. Randomly applies 2 of the following effects to self. Either restores ki by 40, 20% to blast damage inflicted, or nullifies attribute downgrades. That is now... It now just outright, it now reduces 40. Oh, wait, no, it still did. Okay. Yeah, so nothing changed there either. And then lightning absorption. I would imagine they would probably change this just a little bit. Applies the following effects to self according to the number of battle members, enemy battle members upon activation. So 30% when there's 30% when there's 3 battle members, 2% when there's 50, and 1 when there's 70 when there's 1. That has gone to 30, 50, 70. That stayed the same. That's the same. Okay. So yeah, they didn't really change much of anything. And then he's purple god key. So that's actually pretty good. That's pretty cool that they did that. Yeah, I mean, honestly, this guy, again, like I said, this guy didn't really need a whole lot going for him. And as we're going to get further in the end of this video, he got new equipment. So that his new equipment's pretty good. We'll cover the basis of that in a second. So, all right. So again, in terms of what's going on, we got a brand new Future Trunk Saga equipment that came out, so be sure to farm that up if you are able to. Go for 1 really good equipment. Try to go for 1 red. If you end up pulling a gold here or there, like having a couple of these probably isn't a bad idea. So just keep that in mind. New Battle Gauntlet, again, is just a means of being able to acquire the Zenkai for Zamasu here, which again, he didn't really need. Again, it's free, so I mean, it's fine. It's cool that they're doing that they did that. So definitely grind that up if you are able to. World Challenge Raid is coming with Cooler, and okay, I'm a little upset. All right, for context, you guys saw our summon video. We went so deep to try and pull one of these 2 new units, only to end up pulling Piccolo. I have done multiple summons after that video, after we released that summon video, and I got this Piccolo up to 6 stars and was unable to pull this Goku. The way they advertised this raid, they made it seem like you needed the Goku, like Goku was going to be the best character for this. So I kept summoning for him. Turns out this Piccolo is slightly better. I don't like that, Legends. Don't do stuff like that. That's very mean. That's very mean. But yeah, Cooler is going to be a World Challenge raid coming up. 1300 CC, always nice. Erasers, Z power drops. You know, we're gonna get the whole thing. So outside of that, I don't think there's anything else really going on. Obviously, we got this festival countdown sometime over the weekend. Basically allows you to get erasers, soul medals, energy, and skip tickets. So I'm probably going to complete all of these missions and then probably just go straight for energy because I'm low on energy. So and souls. So I might either do that or the souls, maybe even the raid. I don't know. Just whatever you need, just do that. And then this event's still going on as well. So Just keep that in mind. Just make sure you're doing that daily. All right, the start dash summon. So this is the summon banner that I was talking about at the beginning of the video. You'll be able to draw upon this, do 3 multis for it. The banner itself isn't too bad. I mean, some of these are kind of old. Like, I mean, Kefla's not all that great. This Vegeto's decent. I don't know if he's gonna if Zamasu's gonna replace this guy at all on God Key, but he'll buff this guy at the very least. So, may not be a bad idea to pull a copy or 2 of him. Obviously, these androids are good. This Trunks and Mai is pretty decent. This guy's still a staple. This hit's good. Yeah. So, and then you got the. And then in terms of LFs, you got UI Goku, which I know I could probably use more copies of. I could use more copies of Majin Vegeta. These guys, I don't need any more copies of these guys really. Maybe 1 copy of this I might need. I think he's only at 6 stars, and he's gonna get a Zenkai eventually. So more copies of that. I definitely need these guys at 7 because this guy's gonna get a Zenkai soon, hopefully rather than later. And this guy I have yet to be able to Zenkai Awaken, so I would like to pull 1 copy of this guy. Yep, and then this Goten, this Beerus, this Gohan. Basically staples. And then as you kind of scroll down, it's basically every sparking, just about. Maybe not every sparking, but pretty close. Yeah, there's just a lot. There's a lot of characters on this banner. So if you're trying to go for something specific, don't really summon on this banner. But I mean, the being able to get 3 Legends Limited characters at least is actually pretty nice. So just keep that in mind. But we do have Legends Festival coming around the corner, so just again keep that in mind. And then to end this off, we got this new equipment for the Future Trunks Saga. Again, this is going to be a really good equipment for the Zamasu, considering that his base defense stats are going to be through the roof. 20% to blast defense, 30% to strike defense, and he's getting more health and restoration. I saw a lot of people on like the subreddit talking about how this is like one of the worst equipments that they've ever seen, but you got to remember what character this is supposed to be designed for. Health restoration and base health and defenses for a character like the Zenkai Awakening Zamasu that we just got. Like, this is like you're probably talking close to 300,000 defense, and then you're talking over 3 million health with this equipment. And then you got to remember, with every time a combo ends or an attack ends, he gets 30 seconds of just health restoration. So an extra 10% on top of that. Like, again, like people are looking at this is going to be the problem with Platinum Awaken equipment, is that people are going to compare every Platinum Awaken or Platinum equip going forward with the Super Saiyan 4 Gogetas. Not every Plat equip needs to be the Gogeta. Needs to be the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta equip. Like, this works perfectly fine with Zamasu in every respect. Again, look at this. 30% to, what was it? 30% to strike? Yeah. 30% to strike defense. 20% to blast defense. Already gets 2.9 health. Like, he's easily going over 3 mil with that 10% extra. And then the health restoration, 20% here. And then where's the other one? Right here. Gradually restores health each timer count for 30 seconds. Like, it's a good equip. It's a good equip for this guy. Like, definitely farm up at least 1 really good slot 1 equip for this. But yeah, that's going to do it for this video, guys. Again, we're trying to hit 100 subscribers for the end of the year. If you guys can help me get to that goal, I would greatly appreciate it. You guys have been awesome so far these past couple years that we've been doing YouTube stuff, like, consistently. So I greatly appreciate you guys doing so. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed today's video, please leave a like as well. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think of the updates that we've been getting. There's one in particular. What do you guys think? Fusion Zamasu, are you excited? Are you not? Let me know down below in the comments. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.